A lot of the properties I get to shoot are very nice and furnished and dressed. But a lot of the time, or a lot of the other times, I have quite a few properties which I have to shoot, which again are very nice, but completely unfurnished. And when they're completely unfurnished, a lot of people kind of wonder, is that how do you get, you know, what's a good shot of an unfurnished room? Especially, what's especially difficult is when you have rooms which are kind of a browny beige carpet with browny beige walls with kind of slightly browny... No, that's actually a white ceiling. You just can't tell it's white because of the reflection of brown, beige and beige. So it's all... That's whenever I'm advising landlords before I come round, I'm like, don't take pictures off the walls, do put vases of flowers in, do put fruit bowls up and up. Fruit bowls up? You know, stuff like that. Like again, in this kitchen, serious lack of contrast in anything. So we've got a fairly cream floor, kind of grey units, creamy walls, and like creamy everything. So there's very little contrast, and that actually makes it quite difficult to photograph and get a good idea of the shape and the size of the property. So here's my tips for what to do when you're in a house like this, and how to get the most out of it. So first thing I'll say is go around and turn on all the lights, which is what I'm doing just now. So the first job, and not just in the area which you're going to be shooting. So for example, in this place, there seems to be a downstairs somewhere. No light on down there, and there's an upstairs, which I need to go find the lights for that. So just get all the lights on the house, because generally, again, certainly in the UK, a lot of these lights are energy saving light bulbs, and they take a wee while to get to their most bright. So go around, turn everything on, and then start taking the photos from where you started. Okay, I've done that so far, but very, very first tip, which I would recommend to anybody who's starting to take up property photography, is make sure you take off your shoes before you come in the house, because you never want to go into somebody's nice new house where they've spent time getting all cleaned and vacuumed and all that, and then you bring in not just muddy shoes, but sometimes it's a little bit wet, and then you have wet prints all the way around, which I don't do. So I always make sure, take off your shoes as you go in the house, even if there's nobody in. The next thing I do is I make sure all the doors are open, because you want to, the main point of these photos is to give people a great idea of the size, the shape and the layout of the property as quickly as possible, and as few images as possible. So for example, what I would not recommend, well, maybe only as one photo, is that. Boom. Okay, that's great, it shows us a nice big living room, but it doesn't show us anything apart from it's got some windows. A handier one be something like maybe this shot here. So we can now, in this angle, we can see, cool, it's got a fireplace there. It's a door to somewhere there, but also we can see its connection to where the stairs are. So when you combine it with a floor plan, people can get a much greater understanding of what they're seeing. So again, with this shot, this room, it's got to have to be a couple of photos. This angle, totally not a good angle, because what you're not seeing is you're not seeing the entrance to the hallway, this extra kind of study area, or you couldn't even see that it had a fireplace. So for this property, or for this room, I would actually probably go with 3 photos. First one is make sure I open these doors as full as possible, and we get this shot. So I'm just going to take this just now. Then the second shot, which I'm going to shoot, will be from here. So again, showing that there's this kind of study area just off from the living room. And also, if you look really carefully, you can see the door into somewhere else, which is quite important for a lot of people. Then the third photo is this shot here, because this is giving me all the information about its connection between the living room, the hallway and the stairs. Some of you may be wondering, why am I giving away this information, this amazing information for free? Well, it's because I myself am a house hunter. I'm looking for my next house, and potentially if I sell my current house and I'm needing to rent a house in between the time that I'll be able to buy my next house that I want, I am a viewer. I'm not just a creator of this content, I'm a viewer of this content which other photographers make. And when it's just shots where you can't tell anything, like if I took a photo of this room like that, it's like, that doesn't tell me anything. But if I took it from here, I can go, so that's the bay window room leading on to another room with another bay window. That must be the kitchen. Or maybe we would even shoot it from about here to see its connection going on. So not only am I helping you guys know how to get better shots, but I'm helping myself. So whenever I'm hunting for future houses in the future, I know that the people who have taken the photos have potentially got more information in their photos in a single image. That makes it easier for me to read and understand the layout of a property before I go and book an appointment to go see it. So the main thing is, when your photos are unable to show off the property any better than how it already is, I can't make an empty room look better than it already is. It's just good. It's just staying the same. It's not like I've done special lighting or shallow depth of field with some flowers and anything like that. So the main point of when you've got an unfurnished property like this is to make sure you get as much information in every photo that you get, so that people who are viewing it know what they're getting. So here would be another shot. So again, it's not wow, oh my god, I want this. But now from this one shot, people can see entrance door. It's got a little bit of a vestibule to take off your shoes, and then we can see the connection to where the stairs are and where the stairs going down the way and into the kitchen. Brilliant. Loads of information in a single photo. Again, here is a perfect example of a photo I see in so many property websites or anything like that. It's just a photo of an empty room. This tells me nothing. If I went a little bit wider, you can see there's the window, and then I can now see it's got a mirrored wardrobe, so that's a little bit better. However, possibly the more beneficial image would be, well, first of all, I would always recommend that we close the wardrobes, unless you are in the reflection of it. But shooting this way, now I can get an idea of, okay, here's the room with the wardrobe, there's the hall over there, and there's another room with another bay window over there. So when I'm looking at the connection of photo after photo, I know that that room must be directly opposite the room with the double reflective window. God, this is going to be a difficult one to take a photo of in here. So yeah, I'm going to have to get right in the corner so I'm not reflected in this shot. And again, hiding the door. Ooh, oh, there's brand new carpet. So the door is not in the reflection of the window. So I look a bit like a vampire in this shot for this room. But again, that shot doesn't tell me as much as this shot. So this shot now shows me we've got double wardrobes, and ensuite something. Still doesn't tell me everything. If I were to go straight on, let's say I were to go from here, let's see this shot. Brilliant! Now I can see double wardrobes, ensuite toilet, and now I can make out a shower, and I can see its connection with the stairs. This one photo, so much more information than if somebody had come in and done that. In fact, I need to turn on this other light bulb. Oh, now, here's a good point. If one light bulb has maybe either fused or maybe the bulb is just broken, just turn them both off. Asymmetry is not cool. Get rid of that. So just shoot it like that, use a bit of flash to fill it in. Again, a lot of agencies and stuff may take a photo straight of a bathroom, and that's absolutely fine if you have no limit of space of the number of photos you can put on a website. But what do I gain from this, again, fairly orange bathroom? What information do I gain from this shot which I don't gain from, example, this shot here? So here, now I know where the bathroom is. That is a bathroom, that is a toilet, it's obviously got a sink in there, and its connection to this bedroom and this bedroom. This one image gives me information about this room, this room, this room, the hall, compared to this one, which just kind of told me bath, sink and toilet. My other advice would be, make sure you fully take the dull photos as well. So in other words, for this room, take that photo. Why? Not because us as photographers think it's any good, but because sometimes your agents, or not necessarily agents, but agents' clients may go, hey, I wanted the shot of the room from the other angle. So always shoot every angle of every property, but maybe just on your first email of all the photos, give the ones which, from my advice here, which are the best.